There's nothing more important to dog training than in teaching your dog stay. When your dog learns stay, they can pretty much learn anything. By learning these concepts, you'll be well on your way. Up next on Yeti's Place. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe and click that bell notification. Check out our links down below and drop Yeti and I a comment. To effectively train stay, you need to work on 3 common elements. First element is you need your dog to focus on you for a few minutes. The second step is to have your dog focus on you a little bit further away. The third step is to have your dog listen to you in a distracting situation with a lot of background noise and a lot of other elements going on. You're going to practice this a few times a day, every day, for short intervals at a time. Now that last step, that final step, does take time, especially if there are squirrels or bunnies or any other type of distraction. So just be patient and keep working at it. Training all 3 ways will help your dog be a better behaved dog in any situation. It's a potentially life-saving skill that needs to be worked on frequently and often. Speaking of stay, who has time to run out of the house and get your dog treats and toys that they won't like? Bullymake is a subscription that's offered monthly that keeps your dog really super happy to be waiting for the mailman to drop off that special box for you guys. Bullymake is a subscription that contains both toys and treats that your dog absolutely goes crazy over. The treats are tasty rewards for training and for telling your dog their behavior is good. Check out Yeti's code in the description box below. Your dog will absolutely go crazy over the Bullymake box subscription. While teaching your dog stay, it's best if you break it down into simple, easy to understand, quick, super simple steps. Yeti and I are going to demonstrate. Yeti, stay. 1, 2. Good boy! And you're going to give your dog the treat. Notice how I did it really super fast. I didn't establish too much distance between myself and Yeti. Stay. 1, 2. Good boy! See how fast that happened? We got a good 2-second stay out of Yeti, where Yeti didn't act crazy laying down and doing stuff that he shouldn't have done. Also, I congratulated him really quickly and I gave Yeti the treat that holds their attention for just long enough for them to know that they're being a good boy or a good girl. I released Yeti from the stay once we had a 2-second stay down pat, and I congratulated him right away. Stay. 1, 2, 3. Good boy, Yeti. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. The moment I ended the stay, I gave him the treat and I pet him and I said, good boy. Work on getting a good 2 to 3 second stay out of your dog. Then work your way up to 5 seconds of stay. Eventually, you'll be able to work your way up to a good 30-second stay. When you're first working on it, be sure to take it slowly with them. You'll work your way up to a 30 seconds about a week into your training. Stay. 1, 2, 3. Good boy, Yeti. Yeti and I did it a little bit longer than 3 seconds. We probably did about 5 seconds worth of stay. Yeti was focused. He stayed really nicely. Do whatever you can to prevent your dog from breaking that stay. That way both you and your dog remain focused on your success. Yeah, you like the belly rub, don't you? Oh, yeah, belly rub. If you're like most people, myself included, you probably focused on stepping away much too soon from your dog. They broke their focus because they didn't realize that, oh, stay means to stay. Work on making sure they understand and are committed to staying. Further away you are from your dog, the less likely they will be to listen. So teach in small steps. Now we're gonna focus on training him stay from a little bit further away. So stay. 1, 2, 3. Good boy, Yeti! Good boy! Yes, that's a good boy! Good boy. I simply took a step back, repeated what we did previously. I set Yeti up for success that way, which is really important in getting them to learn quickly. Adjust your expectations for distance and time just based on your dog's age and their focus. If you're working with a really young puppy, like about 8 to 10 weeks old puppy size, their attention is not going to be on you and they're not going to know what you're talking about. So here's what I did with Yeti when he was a little guy. So I got him to sit, and then I'd say stay, and I'd just lean back a little bit, and then good boy, Yeti, good boy. So I leaned back just a touch, and then I leaned back into him, gave him the treat. leaning back for just 2 or 3 seconds at a time. And then I congratulated him right away and gave him the treat. Young puppies want to do whatever they can to make sure their owners are happy. Now, if they get up before you give them the treat, don't give them the treat. You want to make sure that they learn what to do. I'll show you. Sit, stay. I don't know if he's going to do it or not. He's probably not going to do it. But if Yeti, there we go, there we go. So sit, stay. Good boy, Yeti, good boy. All right, so what I did there was Yeti became distracted, a little less focused, and he got up to wander away. You don't want to give your dog the treat when they get up to start wandering somewhere. You want to give them the treat when they're doing what they should be doing. You want to have your dog sit and stay. When they're in the middle of stay and they're focused, then you give them the treat. While training sit, you can mix up your angles and your distance and your timing. But you want to make it a fun game for you and your dog so that your dog enjoys sitting and staying for you. And it's okay to give them more than one treat if they're being really, really good and they've stayed for quite a while longer than what you had anticipated. Stay. Good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy, good boy. I'm gonna give Yeti more than one treat because he was really good and he stayed focused for a little bit longer. Distraction training. So we have a flexible ball for Yeti. You can take a toy, your dog's favorite toy. You could have a squeaky toy. You could do whatever toy your dog really enjoys. What we're going to do for distraction training. This is beneficial if you're outside on a walk and there are a lot of cars going by, there are a lot of people walking around, other dogs, animals like squirrels. Squirrel! This is important and you want to work on training the distraction training. You'll use a toy. If your toy squeaks, which Yeti's ball doesn't squeak, Yeti's distracted. Okay, come on. Up. Okay, stay. Oh, look at the ball, look at the ball, look at it. Look. That's a good boy, Sweetie Fuzz. Yeah, good boy, Yeti, good boy. See, so I had the ball, I was throwing it around. He was focused on me and the treat, and he would occasionally look at the ball, but he wasn't moving, which was really good. You don't want your dog to move. When you're first working on the distraction training, you want to keep the distractions a little bit less. You want to practice it in your backyard, in your house, somewhere where your dog won't lose their total focus on you, but you can work on increasing their strength with the distraction training. Now, don't be discouraged if your dog does what Yeti is doing right now and decides that, okay, I've had enough of this training, because that happens with puppies and with any dog for the most part. You just want to keep those training sessions short, and you want to do a few of them throughout the day. Find tiny moments of success to make those gains as large as possible, a few times a day, many times a day, for a short period of time. Be sure you have your dog's eyes on you before you give them the treat. Stay. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah, Yeti, look at. Yeti. Yeti, look. Good boy! So each time I was telling Yeti good boy, even when I was distraction training him, I got him to look at me, then I gave him the treat. That's important. If you think that they're about to break the stay, be sure to end it, and end it quickly, and then just bring your dog back into the sit, stay, and then start over again. Just make it a really quick, fast, simple sit, stay. 1, 2, 3. Good boy, good boy, good boy. Yes, good boy. And give them the treat right away. That way they know they're staying and that they've done the right thing. Now, distraction training is not at all easy training. It does take time to work on the distraction training. Just don't let the time frame limit you and don't let it overwhelm you. Sometimes the distraction training can take weeks or even months. Keep working with your dog and you'll get it. Be sure to check out some of our other videos, and we'll see you next time.